Hello players, welcome to another wonderful game that was played between Mikhail Chigorin and Davydow. This game was played in St. Petersburg in 1874. Mikhail Chigorin was a Russian chess grandmaster and I am not sure who Davydow is. He was not as famous as Mikhail Chigorin. You can learn so many tactics from this game, so I suggest you to watch the video until the end without skipping. The game starts with e4 and black responds with e5. Then white played f4. This is king's gambit opening and black has accepted the gambit e cross f4. I think this is the first game in our channel where we are showcasing a game with the king's gambit opening. Nowadays very few people are only playing this opening, but once upon a time this opening was very famous, especially with people who love to attack aggressively. In this game black had accepted the gambit and then white plays knight f3. Now black plays g5, trying to protect this pawn as well as to threaten this knight in the future. Then white plays bishop c4. Then g4, then white castles in his king side. He doesn't care about this knight. Chigorin says, take my knight, I know how to win the game. So now black captures this knight and queen cross pawn. White has sacrificed two pieces so far. This sacrifice was done mainly to develop his pieces. Now look at the white's queen and bishop and this rook. Three pieces are already very active, and look at the black's position. None of his pieces have been developed yet. Now black plays queen f6. Then e5, queen cross e5. Now white has made one more sacrifice. This is really very crazy. Now white plays d3, then bishop h6. Then knight c3, knight e7, bishop d2 and knight b c6. Now rook a e1. The queen is under attack, so he moves the queen to f5. Now knight d5 and king d8. The rook on the e file is very dangerous, so the king doesn't want to stay in the same file, so he moves to d8. Now bishop c3, this rook is under attack, so he needs to react for that, so he plays rook e8. Now bishop h6, this knight is now pinned, he cannot move this knight as the king is behind. So black wants to eliminate this bishop as soon as possible, so he plays bishop g5. White doesn't care about that and he plays g4, trying to threaten black's queen. So queen g6 and bishop cross bishop and queen cross bishop. Now h4, queen cross h4 and queen cross f4. Black's bishop is literally doing nothing, so he wants to bring it out, so he plays d6. Then knight f6 and knight e5. Now white makes one more sacrifice, rook cross e5 and d cross e5 and queen cross e5. Now finally the black's bishop comes out, bishop cross g4, but it's really too late. White has a fantastic combination to finish off the game easily. Queen d4 check, king c8. White plays a very brilliant move now, bishop e6 check. The problem is black cannot capture this bishop with this bishop as the queen will be gone. If he tries to capture with this pawn, still there will be a checkmate in a couple of moves. Queen d7 check, king has only one square left, b8. Then queen cross rook check. The only way to prevent this mate is by blocking with this knight. Then knight d7 will be a suffocated mate for black. So that's the reason black will not be able to capture this bishop either with his pawn or his bishop. So the king moves to b8. Now knight d7 check, then king c8, then knight c5 check. Again due to the same reasons, black cannot capture this bishop. So king moves to b8 once again. Now comes the beautiful finishing move, knight a6 check. The king cannot move here as the bishop is protecting this square. So the only move left for black is to capture this knight, and then queen b4 will be a checkmate. The king is stuck over here and cannot move anywhere. This is really an amazing game. Just look at the white's pieces. He has sacrificed so many pieces back to back. And also look at the white's king. He is completely open and unprotected. And yet white was able to pull off a beautiful checkmate. I really hope you all enjoyed this game very much. If you are watching my video for the first time, I suggest you to subscribe to my channel right now for more interesting chess games like this. I usually post such vintage games that was played hundreds of years ago. So if you would like to analyze the classic games from the past, I strongly recommend you to subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed this game, please hit the like button. Let's meet in another battle. Thank you.